Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Kinda Hot, Kinda Healthy. If you are new here, if you are an Inspired Delusions fan turned into a Kinda Hot, Kinda Healthy fan because you loved our take on the last episode, welcome.
Mhm.
That was, I hate to say this. I hate to say this. No shade to our other guests. That was our best guest episode. Like one that I am genuinely changed my perspective. Like on such a
Cellular
level that
level.
I never thought of before. Because all the other topics and things we've talked about, they were in like my stratosphere. I knew about this. This I was like shooketh to my core.
The coach became the trainee.
Yes, yes, I fully put on a trainee hat, a client hat. I was like writing things down. I was getting into it.
Oh,
I took immediate action. Um,
yep.
if you
Yep.
guys are at
So I.
OG kind of hot, kind of healthy people, and you're like, sometimes you don't listen to guest episodes because you're not exactly sure who the people are, whatever, go back. It will change your life.
Hmm.
I'm not even like this is no bullshit. Like this is straight up. It was
Hmm.
such a cool experience to talk with these girls, and it's awesome because they're two women having a podcast, we're two women having a podcast. We come together, we're talking about this shit that is truly like involved in like building our empires, building change,
Hmm.
all of these things. I was like,
Hmm.
that it was like the drug is hopium and I am on it.
Hopium. I've never heard that before. I love that. The drug is hopium. Oh, yeah. No, that we're gonna start this episode with a little bit of a recap and just like maybe how we've been applying it, what
Yep.
we've learned to ourselves. I think that's always helpful. Maybe we should always do that. Like, how are we applying what our guest um said? Because
Yeah.
I can't remember. I want to say it was for anyone listening who is entrepreneurial and you know who Alex Hormozy is, he makes a really good point. And there are some things about him where I don't agree with as a woman and like being an entrepreneur. But one thing he did say, and I was like, that's such a good point, is that like we can get addicted to just learning and learning and learning as people. If you just like to learn, I like to learn, but you're wasting your time if you are ingesting all this information and then not applying it. So when you learn something, apply it right away. You don't have to wait to apply it. It doesn't have to
Yep.
be perfect until you apply it. So Allie has been catching this for me saying things in the past tense. So like I say like I am an
Keeping a
overthinker.
tally over here.
Literally. It's like Allie 500, Maddie like 0. Like the amount of times Allie has caught me and I've caught Allie doing it, like none. But like saying things they're past tense. So like I'm such an overthinker. Like no, I was an overthinker and now I make decisions decisively, or things like that. So that's been one of the things I've seen Allie, which is really cool, really adopt really fast is not putting the things that we think we struggle with as current, because then you are
Hmm.
training your brain to believe that you currently struggle with that. That's been the one thing I've been like catching myself on. Um, the second thing I would say that I've applied right away is I've really been doing EFT tapping, and I really
Mm.
forget what EFT stands for. But basically, it's I don't know how many spots on your body that you are tapping, and it's like
Yeah.
scientifically proven. It's Chinese medicine as well, to help with like clear limiting beliefs. And when you're tapping on those areas of your body, it's good. I forget
Yeah.
like the whole breakdown, but there is science proving that. Even if like honestly, like with my healing journey in all aspects, I'm like, if there's like a glimpse, a glimmer of like benefits, I'm gonna do it. Um, Funny enough, I did their master class last night and Kama led an EFT tapping at the end, and I cried. I had a good somatic release.
Yeah.
That was really helpful. So I've been doing
Yeah.
EFT tapping in the morning when I'm red lighting. Really been
And
liking that.
whose routine are you following in case people are like curious about trying it?
Great question. I would love to have him on. Oh my God, we should have him on. Brad
Dream.
Yates.
Yeah, put it on the list.
Put it on the list. Brad Yates, would love to have him on. I have been on his YouTube channel and I just go to videos and I just kind of like look through his video list and they're relatively short. I would say they're like maybe 5 to like 15 minutes long depending on what you want to do. But he also has
Yeah.
guided meditations. So I've been doing the tapping ones. And I'll put his YouTube channel below.
Yeah.
Would love to have him on, but I have been doing his and he has them on like everything and his voice is just so calming and like I've been really enjoying it and it's been really really helpful for me. The other thing that I have incorporated was I don't know if they said this on a podcast or in the episode, probably on one of their podcasts, but don't be the first person to tell you no. That's what I've been really like clinging on to
Oh,
is like when I set a goal, I'm like,
yes.
I don't need to be the first person that tells me no. That's what I've been really like
That is
not
so
hankering,
fucking good.
but
Holding on to, like, you are, that
yes.
is, I always,
Yes.
whenever something's top of mind, I'm like, it lives here or it lives here because it helps me
Mhm.
to straight up visualize it when those doubts creep in. I'm like, no, no, it lives here. Like, it is so
Mhm.
top of mind. All I have to do is close my eyes and I can see that. That is something I'm gonna write down on a sticky note and put onto the window right in front of me. Like that's where the important things go because how easy is it to sit in your own
Sorry.
how it's okay. How easy is it to sit in your own doubt and be the first person
Yes.
that says no? Like whether it's about
Yes.
your health and your fitness. If you are an entrepreneur, you're creating a program and you're like, I want 10 people into this. That seems like it might be a little bit challenging. Well, bitch, then it's going to be challenging.
Yes.
If you
Another
go
thing
into,
oh,
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
No, no, no. I'm just
And this was like
vibing.
I know. This is like combination of like what they were saying and even with my coach is
Yeah.
I realized I was having like me and Allie were cracking up about this because Wednesday, when I tell you I was in the mind
Oh,
spirals of my mind, and then Thursday I was like, I'm up. And then Allie was the opposite. She was up on Wednesday and down on Thursday.
but
I was just
yes,
laughing.
yes. We have
This
to
is true.
coordinate these things, you guys.
We
The
do.
amount of talking we do on a daily basis, we both can't be spiraling. So it's like we get a sixth sense. It's like, okay, Maddie's going to be having a little bit of a hard day. I will keep my shit together. It's an unspoken thing.
Literally. I went to a coffee shop and I just was like striking up conversations with people. I was getting so much energy. I had like a beautiful day yesterday, truly a beautiful day. And I realized do not stay stagnant. This is kind of just like a
Hmm.
summation from talking to them and go outside, touch grass, get sun on your face. What really is what honed in for me is like regulate. And that's part of their 3R
Yeah.
system. It's like first thing in order to be able to be delusional and manifest your dream reality is truly regulate because you can't dream. It's I don't want to say you can't. It's harder to dream and fantasize and see this beautiful reality of life that you want when you feel like you're crumbling. So
Yeah.
regulate, regulate, regulate. I went walked to like my dream was to be able to go and walk to a coffee shop and like talk to random people and like have conversations with strangers. I'm literally gonna cry. And like I did that. Like it was so fucking fun. And I was like, this is like
Oh,
I'm like literally crying. This was like the best day of my life. And I just felt like the day was so easy. Then I was organizing my bathroom, I had the windows open, like uh just so much gratitude that I've like been living the life that I want. And it's like coming from getting to a place of regulation, dreaming, taking the risk. I mean, my parents are like, don't move to the city, it's so expensive and meh, 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 right. And I'm loving this life. So just
yeah.
very, very grateful. Very grateful.
I love that. It's because if we think about back to where you were, right, when you were like, I want a divorce, that version of you wouldn't have been able to dream in the way that you are now because it was just
Uh-huh.
chaos, crumbling, fire, drowning,
Uh-huh.
burning, kill me, shoot me, stab me. Like it was a lot.
Drown
There was
me.
drown me. There is so much going on. So it does take time to get to this. I love how like their delusion, because like whenever like I think we think about delusion like because of TikTok. It's like, I'm being crazy. And it's like, yeah, I want to be so crazy in the way that I believe in myself and I see this life for myself because they really, like, I always thought this, but they really honed it in on me. It's like, yeah, something could not work out, but it could work out. So let's put the energy into it
Yeah.
working out. And it's like, well, duh. Like,
Yeah.
it hits you. So I really, I really want you guys to think about when listening to their podcast, if it feels hard for you to be delusionally inspired, you do have to think about, well, like, am I living in chaos? Like, when is the last time
Hmm.
I got out for a walk in the morning? I got sunlight on my face. I
Hmm.
drank a fucking
Hmm.
more than a cup of water and three energy
Hmm.
drinks. You know what I mean? Like, think about the things to get yourself in a good place to like feeling safe in your body and like whatever that means for you,
Hmm.
because, right, like somatics is in depth, but like, you know what feels good for you. You know what feels safe. But yeah, I it was such a good episode.
Wait, pause
Yeah.
real quick. Are you cutting out or is it me? Because I have full Wi-Fi, well,
I don't hear
hotspot.
you cutting out.
Well, no, no, no. It's like choppy video.
I don't see choppy.
Okay,
Like
so then
you
it's
look
just
fine on my end.
okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
Okay. Um okay.
sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I didn't pause it, so we'll just have to cut this. So yeah, if you listened to, or if you didn't listen to the guest episode, go back and listen to it. If you listened to it,
Hmm.
download it for your future self when you are feeling
Yes.
overwhelmed and burdened. It is so easy to get yourself out of that. As somebody who deals with a fuck ton of anxiety, unfortunately, that is
Mm,
not something I
mm,
can say in the past. It used to be worse. My
okay.
agoraphobia used to be worse. It is the reality, though. Like, it is something I do deal with on a day to day. I can't put that in the
Hmm.
past. I'm not ready to say that
Yet.
yet. I'm not ready to because it
Mhm.
would seem
Ingenuine.
disingenuous.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah, because I'm like, here I am having dreams about like panicking about going on an airplane. So
mm,
it seems
mm.
disingenuous. However, past me would have never thought it would have been possible to get to a place. Now I'm more open to the place of like, I will be in a better place. I know I will. It is happening. It is coming. Um,
Mhm.
but it is so easy to listen to these words and these prompts and to truly feel lightened. I was having such bad just overwhelm yesterday, was it? God, I don't even remember. Thursday, yeah. And I was on TikTok uploading a video. And I came across one of their videos. It was Olivia speaking, and I was just like, just close your eyes and listen. And I listened to it like it was like a 30-second clip, just like three times in a row. And I was like, you're right. Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, I can do this. Like it is literally a hit of just like good vibes,
Dopamine.
energy.
It is.
Yes, yes, yes. So
It
it is
is.
a that will be when we recap our year, that will probably be my favorite episode.
It's like that in between Kate. Like that was such a good
Oh,
episode. Like,
Jesus. Yeah, those are
but
like
like
neck and neck of what we have applied for
honestly,
ourselves. Like those are good.
oh my
God,
god,
yeah.
I'm like all the time. Like, can I cry? Like, do we recap how I had girls' night and we all cried? Like,
No,
uh, maybe I told you about it. I did, and you're
you
like,
told
oh.
me offline.
Yes, 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 yes. It was good. Um, oh, I need to add that to the list of things we could talk about. So anyway, anything you applied right away besides the past tense thing that we talked about?
Yes, I applied the past tense. I also applied a fantasy journal and
Oh,
I
yes, yes,
wrote
yes.
on it Allie's fantasy life, and then the subheading is becomes a reality. And treating
Oh.
it like a book. And then I just wrote like very uplifting, inspiring things on the cover so that when I go to that book, that journal, when I am maybe in a place of doubt and overwhelm, I'm immediately hit
Mhm.
with, oh no, this is real. Like this may feel
Oh, I love
delusional, but
that.
it is real. And the first night after we had recorded the episode, I did it immediately. And I'm writing the date on each pages.
Mhm.
And it's not something I've been doing every single night, but it will be a future practice. For myself, I know if I
Mhm.
commit to like, I need to do this every single day for 10 minutes a day, it
Mhm.
becomes too much right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my my plan is building it up, and that's why I'm putting the date on it so I can see the consistency really accumulate. And it's been super super fun. When I am feeling low energy, I think it may have been Tuesday, I messaged you and I was feeling such low energy. I wrote in my journal for maybe 2 minutes and I was like, okay, hell yeah, like let's bring it back around,
Yeah.
because all it is just bringing those delusionally positive thoughts to the front. Like they live back
Yeah.
here. Go on YouTube, you can see I'm very much with the hands today. They live back here, and for writing for me it just pulls it here cuz it's there. I know
Yes.
it's there.
Yes.
But we have to kind of like clear the cobwebs out, get the bullshit away and like bring those to the front. So it has
Yes.
been one of my favorite things, and I've been working on the gratitude list inside of there because, as I famously said, I don't know which episode, but I didn't know how to write a gratitude list.
Mhm.
It
Now
felt
this bitch does.
high pressure. It felt so pressure. I was like, oh, what am I supposed to write? Like, am I supposed to be changing the world in this? And there are so many things on a day to day that I have gratitude for, but I didn't realize. Like, I know that sounds kind of silly, but I didn't realize it as much. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
grateful for, I'm always grateful for my business and my clients and the money coming in and the work that I'm doing. I'm always grateful for my relationship and the fact that I have great communication skills with my partner, the fact that I have friends and family that would do so much for me, right? I'm always grateful of these things, but
Mhm.
I think it took having that conversation. And then I immediately backed up and I was like, oh, I just had a new baby come into the family and I need to be grateful for every single stride they are moving forward. And I need to put
Mhm.
that down because that is something that you cannot take for granted. And it just
Mhm.
it shifted the sorry, I gotta turn this off. It shifted the perspective of how I am able to look at gratitude. And I would say if you have struggled with gratitude lists in the past and journaling, what helped me was to just write something down. It doesn't have to
Mhm.
be profound. It doesn't have to be this
Life
huge
changing.
thing. Yeah, like I'm pretty grateful that these Alanis were 2 for $5. Like that's pretty dope. So instead of getting
Mhm.
one, I was like, I'll get two. This flavor is terrible. I'm grateful that I now will not try it again. But
Uh,
yeah, yeah. So life-changing episode, super big stuff we had. Super big stuff.
there was something. Oh, the how, not worrying about the how and the when. When I
Mm-hmm.
my my family was notorious for always focusing on, well, what if? Like, what if this happens? What would you do if that happens? And
Yep.
I have always worried about like how it's going to happen, when it's
Yep.
going to happen, like having the plan to be so figured out, and it has stopped me from making so many strides in things, like stopped me from going forward in so many times, and like put this negative spin on it and me worrying and worrying and worrying. I have fully like the how and the when is not my issue. It's not my business. It's not anything. All I'm going to focus on is just doing the work. And
Mm,
whether that's like the how and the when of worrying about getting all the furniture, like this couch I really wanted, of this free couch. The guy was like, "Well, sorry, I need to get rid of it tonight. Someone's gonna pick it up." I said, "Okay, whatever. It is what it is." It didn't get picked up. Now I get to go and get it. So I'm not worried, I'm not putting all this pressure on myself. And so many times when in my yeah, I guess you say previous marriage. Would you say previous marriage? Because like I'm not married right
In my
now.
marriage, I would say if you are currently married, it would be previous, but in my marriage.
Okay. In my marriage, I worried so much about creating like the life that like my partner wanted and like how to
Yep.
get him out of that situation and uplift him. And it was killing me to a point to where it's like I wanted them to be happy. And so I was worrying and putting all this pressure on myself to get them to that point. Meanwhile, it was none of my business to be doing that. Like, yes, we were,
Right.
partners,
Right.
but it was focusing on like, I gotta do this, I gotta make it happen, it's gonna happen tomorrow. That was so much pressure. And I've released that from myself. And I'm releasing it from myself now of getting to this dream fantasy, not even, I don't want to say fantasy, getting to the dream life that I truly want. I'm releasing the how and the when. I am just doing the things I know that will get me closer. And that just takes so much fucking pressure. Like it literally felt like,
Yes.
even right now, I feel like saying it like we are verbal processors,
Oh,
Allie and I,
bitch,
hence
why do
our
you
te-
think we have a podcast? If we were not verbal processors, we would not be talking as much as we are. I'm sorry. I'm
our
sorry.
podcast, our podcast is literally here to verbally process our trauma.
New podcast, verbally processing. Um, no, but when you told me about the situation with your marriage of wanting to retire your husband,
Mhm.
that is such a pressure that it was what? What?
I'm laughing at myself. Like that was
No, no,
such a
no.
pressure.
It was a thing that so many fitness coaches were talking about, like different mentors. You can retire your partner. You can do this, you can do that. I
Mm.
don't want to retire my partner. I want him to be working at something that's fulfilling. I don't need him working for me. I don't need him here all the time.
Well,
Well,
I wanted him to do something fulfilling, and what he was
sure,
doing was
sure.
so
But that
retire
pressure,
and it yes,
okay.
yes.
But that pressure is like that might not even be their dream. Why am I going out of my way to kill
Yes,
myself to
yes,
for my dream to go to them? Like
yes.
none of my business. You're over here, you're killing the game. Do whatever you want to do. That's your life. You got to get out of your shit if you're not happy.
Yeah,
I can't do that for you. So, of course,
yeah.
it takes a load off of your shoulders. You're no longer carrying that. You're lighter. You're like, wow, I wonder why my shoulders can wiggle a little bit.
And the best worst part was that, like, he never told me he wanted me to do that.
Of course. It's these us women are putting the fucking universe on our back and we're like, I got this. And nobody was asking for that. But it
Yep.
just goes to show that you have this like oh you have this awareness now and you are not being concerned with things that don't concern you.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it takes pressure off. So that was good. And if you didn't listen to that episode, go back and listen to it. Obviously, Allie and I have had huge realizations from that, and have been putting stuff into practice right away. So you
Oh, and
should
I
feel.
had a dream about it, remember?
Oh, did
After, not about the episode, but I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I think I just said this to you in a voice memo. The night of the recording, I had a
you?
dream, and it was me and Maddie and me, sitting in a podcast studio recording. I don't know where we were,
Oh,
but we were
yes.
together. I could see the microphones. Obviously, if you guys go on YouTube, if you're new here, we record remotely. But I saw a glimpse into the future. We're in that studio. I saw like TVs behind us. It was foggy, but it was there. And Maddie was like, that was a look into our future. That was manifesting. That is real. And I was like, wow, I'm doing the work in my sleep. You're welcome, bitch.
Literally.
But it was such
Li-
a cool feeling that I've never had that type of Raven having a vision moment. Like I had a vision.
ah! No, I think that's real. Like I had visions
100%.
and I ideas of me living like in the city and walking to get coffee and all like I was like I could see myself doing that and just exploring
Yeah.
and like I and that's all part of keeping the vision, holding the vision. Like I mean, we've gotten some not so great reviews and ratings on here probably because we're amazing, you just don't realize it for those who
What
listen
are
to
the
us. There's
reviews? What
I don't know, like, just like we have what, 4 we're at 4.7, I think,
Oh,
4.8?
yeah. Okay. I was like, should we read bad reviews? Because
Oh,
honestly, I don't concern myself with people that don't like me.
no, no, but I think it's just, like, it is in not inhumane, it is in I don't know what the right word is.
Inevitable? What are you trying to say?
Inevitable, it's like I it's impossible to think that this podcast is not going to the fucking top because I don't feel I in the past, I've felt like this is maybe the only place I was able to be besides my email list to be like truly, truly genuine. And I feel like I am getting there now, like on regular social
It was the
media.
gateway.
It honestly was it's the gateway drug. The gateway to do that. But we're so authentic. And so I don't want to be like we're so authentic, but like I just feel so me here. And like
Hmm.
our ride or dies our ride or dies listening like that collective like they're
The
growing
hive
they're gonna
mind.
yes the hive mind but I just think it's just like there's no way we're not going to the top. I'm just gonna say it. So
Well, yeah, I mean, I had a vision. So
the vision, hold the
I had a
vision.
vision. I had a vision. Okay, we are gonna pivot because we'll just keep talking about that
Pivot.
forever. If you want to hear more of it,
Yeah.
go back to the episode and listen or restart this podcast from the beginning and hear it again. We're gonna move into this week in pop. We are recording
Hmm.
this a little bit out because it is wedding month and we need to stick to a solid schedule where Allie doesn't lose her shit. The big news. I was in the gym. I have my timer on for my rest. I go to open up Instagram because I am no better. I'm going to sit there and scroll while my timer
I'm
is counting
resting.
down. I see the news of all news. Taylor and Travis engaged. And I was just so happy. So
Yeah.
happy for them. Just so happy. First of all, I'm in a time where I am engaged as the same time as Taylor Swift. So that is cosmic. The second thing, I grew up just listening to so much Taylor Swift. All of the songs are like breakup songs and heartbreak things and girl anthems and all this sort of stuff. And she got the guy. She got who she was meant to have. He appreciates her. He
Hmm.
doesn't push her down. He's not intimidated by her fame. Like he sees her for who she is. Her previous partner, Joe Allwood or some bullshit, he would like want to hide her from the
The limelight.
world, from the world, right? Like
Yeah, were
whenever
they ever like out in public together?
well, they would wear the hoodies and like be hiding from the paparazzi. It's like this is fucking Taylor Swift. I get
Oh,
she wants privacy at some things, but she also knows if she's going out in public, she's going to be seen and recognized. And
yeah.
Travis like never hid her from that. And he is
Hmm.
just I believe her soulmate on a very parasocial relationship. Don't fucking know them. Who the hell knows? But from what you see online, I was just so happy. I love being happy for other people. It's just awesome. It is awesome. And then of course, you go and you read the comments and people are being snarky and then you have people being like ew these comments did not pass the vibe check because she turned her comments off so like you can't comment on the post but people like making reaction TikToks, right?
Yeah.
I'm like girl, why are you sitting here on your TikTok writing hate comments about this
Like
relationship?
what
That's
were
so
they? I mean,
corny. Just
what could
like
they even
it was like people's reactions like oh people are like, ew, get a life. You don't even know them. You don't even know what their relationship is like, blah, blah, blah. And then like,
Oh, so
oh, her, Well,
people
then they were like, "Oh,
reacting to
her ring is
positive.
so ugly." Oh, like it's like
I didn't even see it. Let me look at it.
okay. It was just like, ew, you guys are gross and you just are obviously feeling some type of way and jealous, and I can't prescribe to that. I am over here just feeling so happy for somebody that I don't know, and I'm okay with that. It was so awesome to see, honestly. I feel like a part of me has like grown up in that
That's
universe of Taylor Swift, right? Because the first album that came out, I was young and listening to it and at all these concerts. I'm just like, I feel tethered. Girl, you did it.
we will put overlay the picture of the ring. I think that's pretty.
Duh.
What's wrong with that?
Also, not you, but the operative you could never.
Like, I don't know what carat that is. I
It's
don't know
fucking
anything about.
huge. You could never. Oh, y'all over here in the TikTok comments being like, oh, it's ugly. Nah, nah, nah. Bitch, you could never. Do you know
Can
how
you
expensive
imagine
that
have
ring is? You could
could,
never.
could you imagine having your post shared 10 million times?
Yeah, I could. Yes, I could.
Ye yes,
Yes,
I could.
I could.
That is
No
my
big deal.
future, yes.
Yeah, no big
Yep.
deal. I might poop my pants a little bit, but yeah, I could imagine it. Of course. Of course.
Uh,
No, it was such a crazy thing. The term breaking the internet is like such a dumb term, but it broke the internet for a minute there. I thought
yeah.
that was one of the best things. And I love how it was also taking over the news. And I'm not going to be tone deaf here. There's a lot of really horrible shit happening in the world. I keep
Yeah.
myself very aware, and maybe I don't always talk about it here because this gets to be an escape, but in real world, very aware of this. However, I am going to say seeing positive things happen is very uplifting because doing all of the intense work and seeing the intense things, it is hard. Do I think it's important? 100%. But it is also really a nice moment to see a happy couple, something happy to give you that just that hit to keep going. I
Yeah.
love it. I was so and the garden looked amazing.
Mhm.
Apparently, when they were filming the New Heights podcast, Taylor was a guest on it. She announced the album.
What's that?
Travis Kelsey and Jason's Kelsey's podcast.
Mm.
So she was on it. Apparently, that's when the somebody was like setting up for the proposal. It was like a
Gotcha.
distraction. Oh, let's get you
Ah,
here, blah blah blah. So
cool.
it's such a moment in time. It's a moment in time. Every like Taylor Swift fan has always seen her go through these dating troubles and just like figuring herself out, defining who she is, and like here she is in love. Like that's my heart.
Amazing.
My heart. And I told James this. I was like, I get to be engaged in the same timeline as Taylor Swift. I was like, iconic, I fear. And he's like, yeah. I was like, you don't get it. You just don't get it. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was my big this week in pop thing because again, this is going to be out a little bit after recording, so I didn't want to bring in things that weren't necessarily topical, but this will be topical until the wedding comes. Weekend pops do you have?
I got 2. I started watching Hunting Wives, and 2 things about me when it comes to watching shows is that I struggle with watching regular shows because when I can, like, see what's gonna happen next, I'm like, "Ugh," I'm, like, bored of
What's
it.
a regular, like a scripted show?
Yes,
Okay.
and that's why I like reality TV and stuff like that. And, like, just shows that are, like, real estate or this, like, I like stuff like that.
Okay.
And then 2, I can get, like, anxiety for the characters too much, like, the parasocialness of it,
Okay.
and so I was watching Hunting Wives, and it was captivating, captivating.
It's
Just
like pretty sexy hot, right?
yes,
Okay.
sexy hot, this is that the
What?
main character just makes bad decision after bad decision. I
Who's the
was
main character?
Sophie O'Neill. Um,
I have to look her
I
up.
couldn't tell you, like, who she is actress-wise. She's been
Let me
around
look her up.
forever,
I'll show
looks
the
the
crowd.
same age.
Oh, I think I know who it is. What was her name again? Sorry, Sophie
Sophie O'Neill.
O'Neill. Okay, I think I know who it is.
Yeah, and, like, she's doing great in the show, but let me tell you, like, she just makes one bad decision after another, and I hit my limit last night.
Oh, Brittany Snow.
Yes.
I thought you were saying that the actress's name is Sophie O'Neill. Okay.
Oh, no, no, no,
Brittany
that's different.
Snow. Okay. Love Brittany
Yeah.
Snow.
Yeah, great, but her character, Sophie O'Neill, it was just, like, one bad decision after another, and
Oh
I
no.
hit my limit. I hit my
Oh
limit
no.
last night.
Oh
I
no.
hit my limit. She was, like, in the clear for all these things that were happening, and then bam, like, one and I was like, "We're done." I
So
could
what's the premise of the show?
The premise of the show is this okay, this couple moves to Texas for her husband's job.
Okay.
And Sophie O'Neill, you don't know this yet until a little bit in, but she has like a party girl past. She accidentally killed someone,
Oh,
a DUI. Yeah.
she has a
Yeah.
party girl past. She killed someone.
Yeah, and her husband hired a lawyer and, like,
Oh
made it all go
shit.
away pretty much. She worked in PR and, now it's like a stay-at-home mom, and so she's not allowed to drink, not allowed to drive, all those things.
Right.
Per her husband's request, she meets her husband's boss's wife, and she's, like, alluring. She's kinda bad, she's having sex with barely 18-year-olds, like, it's just a lot of chaos. So this woman is intoxicating to her, and then you just
Mhm.
watch Sophie make one bad decision after another, and then she's
Oh.
bad news, and then he's running for Congress. So it's like very like whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ah.
There are many times I can't tell what's going to happen next, but I
I
feel
love
panicky right.
that. Oh, you
I
feel
feel
panicky. Oh
panicky.
no.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
It's okay.
I
Take a
feel
breath.
panicky right now. I feel panicky right now.
Okay. Oh my
I
goodness.
think because like when things are chaotic, I feel chaotic. I just can't like it's I have struggled in the past to have strong strong blocks of absorbing energy from people and energy
Yeah.
from things. That's something I am working on. But so like that to me was just like too much. Like it's just too much. I was like feeling overwhelmed. I was like, no, okay, we're done. So that show is dead to me.
Oh,
So and you did recommend a different show, and I laughed at you, and now I'm eating my words. I
what did I
started
recommend?
the K-pop Demon Hunter thing.
You guys, K-pop Demon Hunters, the movie, fucking life-changing. It is of all time, it is the most streamed thing on Netflix of all time. It is coming to the theaters. If you're having a bad day, you look up Golden K-pop Demon Hunters. You know, together we're glowing, gonna be golden. Okay. Did it not change your fucking
Oh,
life? How good is it?
I didn't finish it yet, and I love it. I'm like, I
They
feel
clowned
like
us with the name. They clowned us with the fucking name.
yes, they should have done some market research on the name because I was like, "Ugh, what's this?" Like, and now I'm like fucking fangirling over
I
this.
did too, but James was like, "No, we're gonna watch this."
So
The
good.
Saja boys, how hot are they?
Picture here. Why are they so hot? Like, stop. Like, do I have a thing for like Korean men?
My little soda pop. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Like, I'm sorry, it's so good. The messaging is
uh,
everything. It's such a good movie. It's such a good
yes,
movie. The music is
yes,
so good. Like it's real K-pop music.
yes.
Everything. It's everything. So don't laugh at me. The next time I tell you something, don't laugh at me.
Yeah, it's life changing. On my last reality TV thing I forgot to bring up is I started watching the show Katseye, like where they build the band. It's not
Oh,
building the band, but it's the cats. Did you watch it?
I love Katseye. Yes.
Oh, that was so cool. If you haven't watched that or know nothing about K-pop, like Korean pop culture, so
Korean pop
interesting.
music.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So interesting how this is the first time ever they've used the K-pop method of creating a boy
Yep.
band, but for a girl band and girls internationally. And it was just such a cool everything about it. I was just like, this is such a cool thing because they're taking girls who are professional dancers, professional singers, in the theater, girls with who are just good at TikTok, and putting them through this intense training camp. And they are trying to become like the next international, K-pop band, girl band. And it's just really freaking cool. And I love the girls they picked. Some of the band members had some big growth learning curves and learned some like hard lessons. And these are young girls, like young, like
They're
15,
very young.
16. Yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm having huge life transformations in my late 20s. So I'm not going to sit here and, point fingers. But yeah, they go through some intense things like self development and just like the training and the injuries. And such a good show. Highly recommend watching that.
Yeah. And I believe there was people maybe coming, was it that or the JoJo Siwa show? I'll do some research. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Katseye, love them.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really cool to see the blueprint of K-pop and
Yeah.
how they're how they created Cat's Eye. And a tidbit of cool information. Mine and my sister's friend, her name is Karana. She lives in Indonesia. Her sister is in a K-pop group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, her name is Dita and she's in a K-pop group and I'll just tell you, it's pretty fucking cool. My mom was with her mom. Her name is Mega, and they were getting like a pedicure when my mom was in Indonesia, and the music came on, and Mega goes like, "Oh, that's my daughter," and they were like, "What?" And it's just so cool.
That
So
is
cool.
so cool.
Yeah, yeah. So pretty cool. K-pop Demon Hunter, slay. Cat's Eye, slay. It's
Hunting wives, no.
no, okay. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, but I do get the feeling of watching certain programs and being faced with the anxiety. When I was first diagnosed with agoraphobia, I had a really hard time watching Shameless because in the first couple of episodes, you see
Oh.
Sheila really struggling with her agoraphobia. And I was talking to my therapist and I was like, why am I feeling so anxious watching this show? And he's like, well, you're being mirrored something that is very uncomfortable for you. And I was like, me? Oh my God. So, yeah, no, I get the feeling of trying to escape into a show and then you're like, mirror, mirror, chaos, insanity. And you're like,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's pivot. I'm going to save my topic that I was going to bring to the table for another episode because it's evergreen and we can talk about it
Okay.
next time. But let's dive into what you bring to the table. Let's hear it.
I bring a lot to the table.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay, starting at a new gym. And I'm gonna
Mm,
be looking at the clock because Allie
I
has
see
stuff to
it.
do, as do I, hard cutoff. So we're keeping eyes on the clock. But starting at a new gym, let me tell you, I have not felt this in a while. Now, have I went to a new gym? Oh, side note, we should one thing I really want to do is we need to have questions for we always ask all of our guests. We still need to figure that out. This is behind the scenes. I need to tell Allie before I forget. Questions to ask our not audience, our guests. And then
Yes.
also what?
I'm writing it down.
Oh, also, I know we have the hot list to hate, but like, why don't we do like the hot list or something like things we're excited about or grateful about or just something more
Well, we talk
uplifting?
about that through the entire episode.
I know, but like, let's
You're
segment it.
getting in your head a bit much, I fear. The hot list of hate is
Why?
iconic because there are some things that you fucking hate. I'm sorry. And it doesn't mean shit about fuck. I hate this Alani Bevragino. It's disgusting.
Okay,
It's
true.
horrible. It's not that deep. We're not like, I fucking hate when people are that like it's light. It's light.
Okay. Sometimes they do get deep though.
Well,
Okay.
because some people deserve it. But we'll put a gratitude list. So we'll come up with a gratitude segment. Whenever, okay, okay, I will what do you call it? Level with you. I'll level with you. When we do a hot list of hate, we will do a gratitude after it.
Love that.
Okay.
Um, what
You're
was
welcome,
I
guys. Back to the show.
saying? Back to the show. Back to the brass tacks. um, So I have not been at like a gym in a long time. I was working out in my parents' basement, garage gym, and then I've gone to the gym a few times with eBay Man to his gym, and it's like different when you're like going into a gym with a guy, like you're just, and like it's a small, like there was literally like 2 or 3 people there, like it wasn't like a huge gym, very small gym. So walking into a huge ass, like very heavy muscle head gym, like there are like professional power lifters, bikini body competitors, like jacked to the jacked of all jacks. Like yesterday, I went during like peak hours and I was like, oh, it's busy in here.
Yeah.
I had a little anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, ooh, like because that first time you walk around, I'm like, where is everything? Like I didn't know
Yeah.
where anything was. And then I was like, I was trying to find if they had any glute stations, like the one that you have at your gym where you strap in and you're
Yes.
sitting down. They do. But I asked this girl, I'm like, hey, do they have any glute stuff? She's like, I only see like these two things. I actually found three things, so that's good. But that anxiety of looking around, like, and every time I go, honestly, I'm just like with a bunch of guys, especially if it's in the morning. Um, but I haven't felt that anxiety in a while, and I wrote an email about this, and I was like, "Wow!" Like I get so much why women go into gyms, feel anxiety, and just leave, or just feel like everyone's staring at them. Because like when you do something completely new, when you're in an unfamiliar place around people you don't know, around you don't know the layout, you don't know where this is, that is, like it is nerve wracking, and
Yeah.
I like to think of myself like I can strike up a conversation with a wall. Like I'm pretty good at like talking to anyone
Yeah.
now, but, like, even I was a little, like, nervous to be, like, to some random guy, I'm like, "Where did you get that?" Like, I couldn't find the kettlebells, I couldn't find this, I couldn't find that, so I understand what it feels like to start new and just know, like, people at the gym are so nice. Most of the time, anytime I've talked to a rando at the gym, they're very, very, very nice because the gym is a
Hmm.
humbling place. You do realize how I won't say weak you are, but, like, if you wanna do lat raises with, like, 10 pounds, like, you gotta be strong.
Hmm.
So, it's a very humbling place. People are there to better themselves. Generally, you're gonna find nice people. So, if you are nervous about going to the gym, I highly recommend having a plan. This is why I have Start to Lift because that is the plan to go into the gym, and you could do it at home too. But having a plan, don't be afraid to walk around and see where things are. I did it. Anytime I see someone doing it, I know what they're doing. They're looking
Yeah.
for stuff. If you see someone struggling to find something, you could speak up. Ask like, "Hey, are you looking for something?" And if someone asks you where something is, like also be nice, but don't be afraid to ask someone where something is or where you found that because 9 times out of 10
Yeah.
they're going to tell you and they're going to be super nice and just know like people aren't there to be mean and they're not judging you. Like if you see someone that's if you are heavier, let's say, and you're afraid to go to the gym, people are going to judge you. Like I think that's amazing. All shapes and sizes in the gym. Everyone's just trying to do better every day. So don't
Yeah.
feel discouraged because you feel so far from them because they had to start somewhere too.
Right. And I would add on to that, ask
Mhm.
the manager for a tour. If you're new
Yeah.
somewhere, ask them for a
Yeah.
tour. You're
Yep.
paying for your membership. You want to be able to utilize everything. Your questions
Mhm.
are not dumb. Like, ask them
There are
for
no
a
dumb
tour.
questions.
I
Mhm.
I am very experienced in the gym. When I got to my new gym, the manager was like, "Oh, let me show you around. Let me give you a tour." I'm very capable of figuring out what everything is, but I was like, "Sure. Yeah, show me where things
Mhm.
are." Then I'm not going to have
Mhm.
questions and I get to
Mhm.
build a little bit of a rapport with you. So when I do have questions, I'm not totally like, "Oh, I've never talked to this person before."
Yeah.
So, but it is a very very humbling experience because even when I after I had gained 30 pounds and I was going back to the gym, I did feel that energy of I feel fat. I feel like people are judging me. I feel like I don't belong in a gym. I
Mhm.
felt so
Mhm.
uncomfortable. And what I had to really power through was no one gives a shit. Even if people are looking at you, they're probably not looking at you. They are looking through you. The
No.
amount of times I'm at the gym and I'm just like zoning out to my music and I stare at people, I just wave and smile because
Yep.
there's no part of me that is judging. Maybe you've had a bad experience where somebody did say something offhanded to you and you're like, what the fuck? That's not about you. That is about them. However, it wouldn't feel good. When I was getting back into the gym, I just started with going on the treadmill or going on the bike or going on the elliptical so that I could get the repetitions in and start to feel comfortable in the gym again. Because not
Hmm.
only was I dealing with at that time agoraphobia, I was dealing with being uncomfortable and not confident in my body. So it wasn't just
Hmm.
about I don't know where what I should start with. I don't know what to do because I knew everything. I have the tools. It was just this barrier of I haven't been here in a while. I don't look how I want to look. I don't feel how I want to feel. So that anxiety was so there. But genuinely, starting on the treadmill, starting on the bike, then you get a lay of the land. You're on the cardio, you're looking at everything. That's usually how a lot of
Hmm.
gyms are set up. When you get on the cardio, you can kind of peek around and see things. And
Oh, mine is like the opposite.
okay. Well, then if you have the opposite, but it allows you to not only like warm up physically, but warm up mentally, get into the groove of it, walk around, look for things. Like it doesn't matter. Nobody is sitting there being like this fool. And if they are, they're the asshole, right?
Yeah.
They're the asshole. Um,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I just think that there is something really important about challenging yourself in going into spaces that are new because again, I was somebody that never had a problem being in the gym. It was never stressful to me. I always felt confident. Like it was a place where I felt like this is my home. After gaining weight, I was like, "Oh God, I feel stressed out and mortified and
Hmm.
I don't want to be here." But
Hmm.
I was never going to change and reach my goals if I didn't push through. Because yes, I had workout equipment at home, but it was more about the mental for me. I had to push through because I knew I liked being in this space. I knew it made me feel good. It made me feel powerful. It made me feel strong mentally, physically. So yeah, going in with a plan, asking for a tour, putting on a playlist that makes you like want to shake your ass. Like
Oh, yeah.
you can't feel anxious if you got the bomb ass music. And just starting with give yourself 20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to be in here 20 minutes today. And once you hit that 20-minute mark, if you feel good, keep going. If you need to go home because you're like, all right, I've had it for today, you go home and you start again and you come back. And it's not about getting it right all at once. It's about just starting and you build up that momentum. I like to think about it like like if you think like visualize a glass of water, the goal is not to fill it up in that one moment. The goal is to even just put a drop in there because that's still going to add
Hmm.
up over time. If we fill it up right from our first workout, well, you don't have a lot to go off of for the rest of the week. Like if you hit it fucking hard and heavy your first workout back in like 6 months and you're at the gym for an hour and a half, you're going to be really sore tomorrow. You're not going to be able to show up. You're probably going to be really sore the next day and the next day. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I was so sore for 3 days. Now I don't want to go back.
That's
Right?
exactly why for so many women that when they start going to the gym, they go so hard the first time and then they're like, "Oh, I don't want to get back into it because every time I get back into it, I'm so sore."
This is
Like it
why
does
I don't work out. It's like, no, girl, you're
literally.
going crazy.
Yeah, you build that intensity over time.
Yeah.
You don't when you the first time we ever run or ever go on a bike, and most people hopefully have not hopefully, but most people have learned how to ride a bike. Do you go on a 50-mile bike ride? No, you have training wheels.
Yep.
And then you slowly take them off, and then you're going down the street and back, and then you go longer, and then maybe
Yep.
you do long bike rides. But to think that you can go balls to the walls the very first time, and then you're wondering why you're always sore and why you can't stay committed to it, it's because you're trying to go too hard out of the gate. I
Yep.
love that, like, that 5-minute thing, like, I've been or 20 minutes, whatever it is. Anytime I have a task I don't wanna do, I put a timer on for so many minutes, and
Yep.
then typically, once that goes off, like, I've already gotten to a groove of it, and that's been really
Mm-hmm.
helpful for me too when it comes to doing anything I'm having some resistance against.
Yeah. I call it with my clients a flip switch. Like, what
Ooh.
is that for you? For some time, like if we're talking about a home workout, if a client is really having a hard time getting it, I say, okay, get off the couch, get up wherever you're at, 5 minutes, and do 10 squats, and then do 10 push-ups, modified if you need to, and then do
Mhm,
10 more squats, and then more 10 more modified push-ups, and see where you
mhm,
are after 5 minutes. The goal is not to get as many squats done or as many push-ups done as possible. It's to get you into a different space, like mentally. We're breaking that obstacle. And if you want to be done after 5 minutes, you are allowed to. If you want to keep going, I encourage that. So that
mhm,
tomorrow you can repeat this and you're going to go for 6 minutes and then
mhm,
maybe 7 minutes or 8 minutes. And this is when we are really having a hard time with getting into the workouts. Same could go for your water or your walks or your nutrition. Just starting with something, like Maddie said, if you're feeling resistant towards a task, give yourself 5 to 10, 20 minutes max. I would say 20 minutes max of doing the thing. And it might be hard and it might suck, but you can say, okay, in 19 minutes, in 18 minutes, in 17 minutes, etc., I can be done. I can stop.
mhm,
Usually, you're like, okay, I'm in my groove. I got this. The timer goes off, and you're like, all right, let me just finish up what I'm doing. And you're able to move through that.
mhm,
And it's something you all have to remember. We have to remember. The goal is to not get it done perfectly from the jump. It's just to get it done, just to start, to get your name on the board, if you will. And the overthinking, the overwhelm can set in, and you're like, well, it's not good enough. It's better than not doing
Listen,
anything. It's
this
better than
bitch
not doing
said
anything.
90% perfect is all you need. You said that to me yesterday. I
Oh, I
wrote
did.
down.
I did.
I'm
Write
staring
it
at
down.
it.
Write it down.
I'm
Yeah.
staring at it right now.
Yes.
Being sensitive to the clock. Anything else you want to?
I don't think so. This is a really great conversation coming off of the Inspired Delusions episode and then coming off of
Yes.
our recap because it all goes back to the language that you are using. So to tie
Yes.
this up with a bow, any task or habit you are having trouble getting done, whether it's a work task, maybe for us, whether it's your workout or your steps, say to yourself, I have had a hard time getting my steps in the past, but today I'm going to start with 5 minutes.
Mhm.
You go for 5 minutes. I have had
Mhm.
trouble tracking my food in the past, but today I am going to start by pre tracking my day.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
start to become aware of the language in your head, it starts to become actionable, and those things that were once hard are no longer hard.
And you're creating this new version of you that sees those things in the past. The
Yep.
more you can train your brain to see this is a past tense thing that I
Yep.
had, you're going to subconsciously start to see yourself now in the mirror as this person who overcame those things. That
And
is
as Olivia said, like it very much
uh,
is also rooted in science.
yes.
So if
There's
you
one
are
oh, go ahead.
skeptical, like Allie, I need the science, it's very much rooted in science. So if you're like, oh, this is kind of some
Yes.
mumbo jumbo, it's very much rooted in science.
Is science backed, and I hope I am manifesting. We have a particular guest on to talk about that.
Yes, we are. We will.
She was actually on Inspired Delusions, which is cool. Like we're just gonna share all the guests.
I know. Drop that contact
um,
info.
literally. But yeah. So really take what we said to heart. Go listen to that guest episode, one episode back, to really get the full secret sauce of
Full
what we were
essence, the secret sauce.
essence.
You're
Yeah.
hearing it from the okay, I was gonna say the horse's mouth, but that I feel like is not a very complimentary thing. I mean, but
Yeah.
people say that, right?
You're hearing it from the
The
source.
source. The
The
source.
source.
Before we wrap up, I have a new freebie. It is linked
Ooh.
below. It is called Redefine Your Routine, and it really goes off
Ooh.
of exactly what we talked about today. So many times you try to do the things for your health and fitness perfectly the first time. You have one plan, you have to try to follow it, life happens, and you think, well, I can't follow this routine exactly, so I guess I'm just going to fuck off and I can't do anything. Big wrong. Big, big wrong. I
Big
talk about
wrong.
a
Wrong
strategy that
big.
helped me lose 35 pounds. It is the secret sauce inside this guide, redefining your routine. It's simple. You can start implementing it today, right? When you open it, read it, implement. Like what we talked about at the beginning of the show. Don't wait until it's perfect to start implementing things. Take
Mhm.
action.
Also, next week we are not going to have we're recording these episodes in advance. It's Allie's wedding week. So make sure
Yay!
the week after this one, we'll be recapping her wedding because, bitch, I'm going to be there. Duh.
I'm
We're going to be recapping the wedding and what?
Your microphone just got so hot. I don't know what.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine now, but for a minute it was like I was like, "Oh my God."
Sorry.
It's okay.
So it's Allie's wedding week, 1 week after this. We're recording this in advance, obviously. We'll be recapping her wedding and all the fun things in the next month. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So
Yeah, I know.
thank you guys so much for listening or watching Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share with your girlfriend who needs to hear this. If you are new listeners from Inspired Delusions, welcome again. We hope you keep coming back. We know you're going to keep coming back because if you love them, then you'll love us. Sorry. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you stream podcasts. Tap the link below to send Allie some wedding love. Bye.
Bye.